Good morning, Dubai. It is Tuesday morning and we have big breaking international news on the show today. We spoke about Emiratis in the UK. They're advised to urge extreme caution. Same with Bangladeshi residents in the UAE. We also spoke about what MoVlog is doing after he was scammed once again.
We'd really love if you can subscribe to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. Enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country, if not the world, are talking about. Our top story for you today: Emiratis in the UK are advised to exercise extreme caution during riots.
Bangladesh residents are urged to abide by the regulations of the UAE.
You can watch over 100 shooting stars per hour in the UAE very soon.
And MoVlogs is raising awareness against scammers using his images.
And do stay tuned, because later on in the show we're going to be joined by Decisive talking about how digitalized wallets are changing the game that is Visa talks.
It is 304 days since the genocide began in Gaza on October 7. The current death toll stands at 39,623. The number of injured people stands at 91,469. And 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's been raining. Yes, we kid you not, a huge tropical storm took over Al Ain area last night. There's even been some wet on the floor in Dubai. So if you woke up to wet on the floor and you're thinking, what is that? It is a massive tropical storm hitting parts of the country last night. Crazy.
It's August. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
I know. I think it's just the year of craziness and
lots happening.
And lots happening. But before we jump into
the lots happening,
let's stick on the frivolous for a second. So I saw this post and I'd love your thoughts on it, because I think it's dividing opinion. It's about this woman who is getting married and, a bride and groom, and they basically sparked outrage because they sent out these "you're not invited" cards.
That's different. That's a different kind of. It's not invitation.
Yeah, but do you get it? So like they're having this wedding. I don't know how many people that they're planning, and I guess they're not kind of expanding the guest list to a certain number, but rather than having the awkward conversation of like, oh, when is the wedding? They're just sending out "you're not invited" cards. And I'd love your thoughts on it.
I think it's a bit weird. I mean, okay, having the conversation of like, sorry, you're not invited to the wedding, there's like a capped guest list, all that stuff, there's a certain number, all of that conversation is awkward, but sending it out, I feel like makes it a lot more official. And it's a little bit like it's even weirder to receive that, I feel. They might think it's the actual invitation.
Yeah, like I get it. It's only because I'm kind of going through this at the moment of like, I'm having a wedding.
So you're having this conversation.
I'm having the conversations because we're literally just having family, like siblings only, parents.
Oh, it's so cute.
Kids.
Very
so it's
intimate.
Like, it's like 22 people. So you're having the conversation with close friends, and it's kind of awkward because you're like, oh, I'd love you there, but you're not coming. So I kind of get that it's extremely efficient to send out this card.
In a way, I understand. It's kind of like, sugarcoating it a bit. Kind of sugarcoating it. It's like, I really wanted you to be there. I thought of you, but you didn't make it. Sorry, gotta make the cut.
I think it depends how many people are going to this wedding. So like, if there's like 500 people going and you get you're not invited card,
yeah,
that's not okay.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking on the sender side and the efficiency side, but actually on the receiver side, not nice to get a "you're not invited" card.
I feel like it'll like hurt a little bit, because I feel like, of course, all of these people that want to go to a wedding or your wedding or something like that, they want to go to celebrate, the bride and groom. They want to be there and like have fun with you and all that stuff. So for them to receive that card is kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought we were
besties.
I thought we were gonna, celebrate your long-lasting love, like this one celebration of life that you will have. You're the only celebration and you're choosing not to invite me. What is this?
But I mean, if it's an intimate wedding, I can totally see that and I can totally understand with that. If it's like a small ceremony or like a small celebration, I understand, sending out these cards to people. I feel like still it's a little bit bitter.
Pokey. It's because when we started the conversation, we also put this poll on our WhatsApp account, which is banging, by the way. Is it okay to send "you're not invited" wedding notes? And 12 people said absolutely not.
Whoa.
And one of the 4 people that said it sounds fair was me. But now that we have this conversation, I realize that if you really care about the individual and you don't have a wedding list that fits them, you pick up the phone and you have a conversation. Like the note isn't personal. Like you think it's being personal, but like have a conversation with the person. It's much more fair. That's where I sit on it now.
If you're maybe not a confrontational person, you could go with the note in theory, but like obviously having the conversation like one-on-one is a lot better. It's a lot better.
And I think you know from people's reactions. Like my bestest friends who are not coming to my wedding were like, Case, it's your day. Like do exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
If this type of thing stresses you out, like why would you? Like why would you have something that's for other people? Do the thing that makes you happy.
They will understand.
Yeah.
If you know, if these are the people that you know, it's not that you don't want them, but like if these are the people who are closest to you and they're not gonna come, they're gonna be supportive 100% either way.
So having the you're not invited conversation is a really good way to weed out good friends and not good friends. I was going to say 8:36 on a Tuesday morning. Let's jump into our top stories. Emiratis in the UK advised to exercise extreme caution. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs urges UAE citizens in the United Kingdom to exercise the highest level of caution and take the necessary precautions in light of the unstable security situation in various cities across the UK. Furthermore, the ministry warns UAE nationals against visiting areas, witness rioting and protests, and to avoid crowded areas.
This follows 6 days of riots in the UK, which have seen unrest, police officers' attacks, and petrol bombs being thrown at police, which was dubbed as far-right thuggery by the UK's Prime Minister. These events erupted following the murder of 3 girls at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class in Southport.
The riots have led to 400 arrests, and now UAE citizens are warned to adhere to all safety precautions. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs also advises UAE citizens on the importance of remaining in contact with the embassy in London in case of emergency or suspicion of any potential danger. And if you want information on that, it's all available via the UAE Embassy UK X account. These riots are continuing, and it just feels so senseless.
I understand why you're saying that, of course, because at the end of the day, the reason why there's no reason anymore for why it's happening. We shared the story yesterday. You can also find the story on the website and on Instagram. But the reason why this was all happening, it's not there anymore. It's non-existent anymore. They thought this person was a Muslim refugee, the person who murdered the 3 girls that we were just talking about. And turns out he's from the UK and has no links to Islam whatsoever. So
it's just, I feel like the reason was never there.
They wanted to create it, I guess. Some people, let's preface this. It's not everyone in the UK. It's a certain group of people.
They say it's far-right thuggery.
Yeah.
Some people are promoting. I think some people are just there and they think it's fun. I think there's some people in cities thinking, I'm going to have a go at the police today. You know what I mean? I'm going to throw a petrol bomb. I'm going to attack a mosque because of my beliefs. And you're thinking, what is this going to achieve? Like, how is this helping? It's so inefficient. It's so messy. It's so violent. And I think most people here in the UAE would just agree, and it's absolutely senseless. And I think most people in the UK, like it's the small few. I would say so many people in the UK are nervous in their homes now to go out. No matter where they're from, I'd say they're nervous. And that's not okay. That's not a sense of comfort that you want from your country. But I do love, like UK Twitter is so funny. And like through all of the hardship and challenges, like some of the memes that are coming are just like, they're basically like poking fun at the people doing it because it's like, how ridiculous is this?
It's not solving anything.
It's solving absolutely nothing. Yeah.
I think what's unfortunate about the entire situation is that there's so much violence and all that stuff that's really unnecessary. It's not solving anything, but it continues to happen across the UK. It's not just in one city. It's not where just the incident happened. It's across.
Exactly.
And everyone's just kind of jumping on the bandwagon. I don't want to say everyone as well, but it's happening. And that's, I think, what's most unfortunate. And you know, this is what's leading the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the UAE to tell its citizens, try to avoid certain places, avoid protests, don't go to these places, and just like, you know, make it home in one piece.
just think it's a scary time to be in the UK at the moment. And we just hope that everyone will be okay. And riots in the UK, but also in Bangladesh that have been ongoing for weeks now. And the Bangladesh residents in the UAE are urged to follow the regulations of this country following the resignation of the Bangladeshi Prime Minister Hasina yesterday. The looting of her home and the continued protests in Bangladesh. The Consul General of Bangladesh in the UAE has urged restraint and advised peaceful coexistence to its citizens in the UAE.
The post shared by the consul read, all expatriate Bangladeshis living in Dubai and the Northern Emirates are specially requested to show maximum restraint, coexist peacefully and harmoniously, and abide by the laws and regulations of the host country.
This follows protests in the UAE 2 weeks ago, which we saw life sentences handed out to 3 Bangladeshis and prison sentences to 54 Bangladeshi nationals for protests and riots across the country against the Bangladeshi government.
In the wake of the continued violence, Emirates has cancelled some flights to Dhaka, the capital city, for today. The airline said that they are monitoring the situation closely, and customers who have booked directly with Emirates may contact their local office for rebooking options.
So as the unrest continues, I guess Emirates are doing all they could do to make sure that people flying into the country are safe. So they've just put a temporary hold on some of the flights leaving today. And I think what the Consul General doesn't want to see is more senseless riots here in the UAE, because as we know, they won't achieve anything. And the UAE's line on this is so strict, as you mentioned yesterday. Even gatherings in this scenario are absolutely prohibited, protests and what led to riots last time, and they will take really harsh punishments on people having these conversations and meeting and gathering for this purpose.
I mean, I completely understand what's happening, but at the same time, it's absolutely not okay for it to be happening in the UAE. The UAE doesn't stand for, having these kinds of activities. There's no tolerance for it whatsoever. So it's what's expected, I guess. This is what's going to happen.
So tricky. I just think in every sense, peaceful protesting might be more efficient. So we know that in Bangladesh, the cause and the purpose, right? It's for students, it's protesting a government quota which was giving jobs to less jobs available for students, and it was going more towards people whose parents had fought in a civil war. So there's a cause there. However, when it's resulting in death, you have to rethink the cause. And if a sit-in, of a million students would be more effective at this point, maybe. But it's just really, I guess, difficult to see the continued protests on the streets, continued deaths, and you just really feel for the people there, and you hope that they can come to a resolution sooner rather than later.
Exactly. I mean, you can understand and sympathize and all of that, but at the end of the day, where you live, you have to follow the rules of that country. And if this country has no tolerance for protests and things like that, you just have to be respectful of that. That's the moral of the story.
100%. Let's bring it back to something a little bit lighter. I saw the story yesterday and I was so excited.
It's honestly so amazing. So basically, you can watch over 100 shooting stars per hour in the UAE very soon. The Perseids meteor shower will be visible across the country on August 12th. For a suitable viewing of the meteors, you can find a dark spot away from the city lights, like camping sites where stars are the most visible. But for the best views, the Dubai Astronomy Group is hosting a special viewing event at the Jebel Jais from 10 p.m.
I've just checked, it's on a Monday.
Oh, it's sad.
Yeah, and I was like, imagine if it was a Saturday, I'd be like, those are my weekend plans, go up to Jebel Jais, but it's on a Monday. Why has the universe not listened to our weekends? If you can't make it to Jebel Jais, why not opt to catch the showers in places like Al Qudra Desert, Melilla in Sharjah, and also the Al Quay Milky Way spot in Abu Dhabi, which on a non-Perseid shower meteor day looks phenomenal. So I can only imagine how amazing this would be. I need to set an alarm because I really want to make sure that I go to a dark spot to watch this.
I really want to catch it, to be honest. It is obviously on a school night, on a Monday, starting 10 p.m. I think until upwards of 3 a.m. But imagine just seeing over 100 shooting stars per hour. I don't think, I've only ever seen like one shooting star, like so rarely, every blue moon.
Same.
But just not like 100 shooting stars like that.
And every time I see it, because it's so rare, I'm like, was that one?
Yeah.
I'm like, was that my eye? I really have no idea.
You doubt yourself.
Yeah, you doubt yourself because they're so rare. So like, this feels like it's going to be very, very special. August 12th, get out to a dark spot, turn off your lights and just look up. Speaking of looking up and being vigilant, that leads us on to our next story.
We're going to be talking about scammers. MoVlogs raises awareness against scammers using his images. So in a recent Instagram story, MoVlogs was raising awareness about a concerning issue. Scammers, yes, they're getting really creative and are now using images of him to spread fake news on social media. It's important in this day and age to remain vigilant, especially online. People were using fake images of him on promoted posts with the weirdest claims like getting arrested and using that to entice people to click on the link.
Scammers will get you every which way, and how MoVlogs is warning people not to click on any suspicious links, emphasizing the need for caution. Scammers are getting so creative, making it important for everyone to stay alert and informed to avoid falling victim to such scams.
They're getting really creative, and it's becoming a little bit undetectable as well.
Yeah.
You can get what's it called? You can get calls or messages from Dubai police or from the Ministry of I don't know what. They're getting extremely creative and very risky. And just in order to try to like get something out of you.
You know, they're getting so creative. I don't even know what they want anymore, right? Because
at this point, I don't even know either.
Because we shared that story yesterday.
That's what I was thinking of.
People calling you. They're like, "Hey, I'm your noon driver. I'm your delivery driver. I've got your delivery. Can you just remind me of your address again?"
What are they getting out of someone's address?
I don't know. Unless they would actually come to your home.
That's scary.
I get so many deliveries. I would easily give my address. Because even with work, for example, things are coming to the door.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, absolutely, here's my office address. Come by, bring a gift. You're like, well, I'm like, oh, I've totally forgot I ordered something. You know, it's like, you know, you can have something coming that you ordered like weeks ago, clothes. Yeah. I totally forgot it. What is it? Scammers. So they're asking for addresses, by the way. So let's be careful on that. But also, like the MoVlogs thing, I think I saw his story and he was like, why are they using my face? Like, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. As you can imagine that, like, there's people in a room doing the scam and they're pinpointing him. And I understand why that would be uncomfortable to a person. They're
trying to use images of someone who you may, familiarize with, someone that you would know that face, you recognize that face. Right. And they used that photo of MoVlogs, like, he's a little bit, like, roughed up, bloody, all that stuff. I don't know if it was, like, a fight or a fake image completely. And it said something like, we hope to see you again, something like that. Basically, it's a story of him getting arrested. And he just came up on Instagram stories and was like, guys, this is completely not true. Don't trust everything you see on the internet. And obviously, you can always like hear it from the horse's mouth, you know what I mean? So like if you hear a story about someone, something like this, you can always just have a little search and see what comes up. Because 9 times out of 10, if you Google something like that you think is a scam, you'll find it.
This is the
Chances are we posted about it.
Yeah, 100%.
We posted about a bunch of different types of scams so that, you know, the people can remain vigilant and, you know, try to spot them as easily, like, you know.
It's definitely an awareness piece, always. And I think we need to talk about them because it's so easy to be susceptible to them. So we talk about it as much to remind ourselves as to remind you guys.
Yeah.
8:50, which means it's time for Decisive Zone to come back into the studio. This time we're talking about digitalized wallets and Visa talks. We're super excited to have them back on the show. Thank you, Farah, for joining me today.
Thank you.
See you very soon. Do stay tuned. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I'm seeing... Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Have you forgot your ID card ever? Have you forgot your boarding pass at home, misplaced your movie tickets? Our guests, Mr. Golden Visa, Mr. Sahel, are back in studio today and we're discussing the benefits of digitalized wallets with Visa and Decisive. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, how are we doing this morning?
Thank you for having us back. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Got a coffee in the system, ready to go.
That's what we need to kick off our day, that's for sure.
That's how I put it.
You know, after you left last time, we discussed the video that went live on your page with Safa from Dubai Bling, which I absolutely love. I think it's brilliant marketing, brilliant advertising, and it's her birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Safa, if you're watching us. And wish you many, many happy returns of the day.
You know, I think that she's one of the best characters, and I think you're an amazing character
Say
as
that
well.
on camera. I just love that.
Are you two besties behind the scenes?
Well, no, we are just friends. We are. Let's keep it off.
You're like a comedy duo. If you haven't seen the video, which pages is it on actually?
It's on decisivezone.ae, plus it's on my page, IMDP007.
Because we spoke about how different types of advertising sometimes in the UAE can be more traditional, but I feel like Decisive Zone kind of pushed the boat with this, and that's why it was amazing.
Oh, there's more coming up. There's definitely more coming up. It's going to be very, very interesting. We are doing a lot of work with her. So
looking forward to seeing it for sure, and a massive happy birthday to Safa. So today we're talking about digitalized wallets.
Oh, straight to the good stuff.
What is a wallet in terms of Emirates IDs?
I mean,
Break it
so like we've been discussing, for the past couple of weeks now, there is a lot of, sort of improvement, a lot of diversification, a lot of dynamic change in the tech sector in the UAE, right? So they're incorporating a lot more updated technology and they want to make life as easy as possible. And let's say straight out of COVID, everyone's so comfortable using Apple Pay and Samsung Pay and, tap on their phone. So what the government's sort of working on is to sort of make your Emirates ID just one card that you need to always have. And then you don't need to, potentially have, a fat wallet with all your credit cards, your ID.
literally. I didn't bring it here.
You got a use case.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Right here. Look at how many cards I need to carry.
I'm going to hold it. Right, okay.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
Now all you need to carry is one Emirates ID. Soon, that Emirates ID, you will be able to go shopping. You will be able to go and pay all your bills with Emirates ID. So it is going to be that easy.
They're sort of transforming the whole sector of tech, right? And sort of using tech to make your life easy, essentially. So that's what that's what the whole the digitization is moving towards.
So on my Emirates ID, as far as I'm aware, it's got my identity and I think my health insurance. What other features will be available on the card?
It's got all of it.
You will be able to make payments with your Emirates ID.
Yeah, so that
is going to be as simple as your Emirates ID is going to work as your one card that you can make all your payments.
So it does have your records of your driver's license, of your health insurance, of your even the house that you may rent or own.
Yes.
It's essentially your local passport. It's got everything, where you've been, what you've done, whenever you entered the country, whenever you exited, the whole lot, and it's all going to be on your Emirates ID. And then they've sort of linked that up with your bank cards as well. So literally, there's no need to have that in your back pocket. A simple card holder will do.
So if it links, is it going to be a separate digital wallet app, or will I, if I'm an iPhone or an Android user, I'll get it onto my regular
Well, we
digital
are
wallet,
yet
or
waiting
it's a
for
new
more
app?
details. If you are using any of the government or semi-government application on your phone, you must have noticed you must log in with your UAE pass.
Yes.
Which requires your Emirates ID, which has all your Emirates ID information. Similarly, now we use Dubai Now. There's an app called Dubai Now, which allows you to make all the government and semi-government payments, but still you're not able to go online shopping like Talabat, Zomato, or any other app. Maybe in the future, what we can expect is you will be able to do the same through an app like Dubai Now. Or maybe they come up with something new that's still to be announced. We don't know yet, but what we know definitely that Emirates ID will be your only individual card that you need to make any kind of shopping in UAE.
I love how forward-thinking the UAE is.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Do we have a timeline for this?
When you want it. Fair enough.
Get rid of this heavy wallet and
Oh, definitely can't wait.
It's still in talks, right? Because there's a lot of, like I said, like there's a lot of change that's going on. Obviously, like with immigration, with payments, with wallets, with just living in the UAE. Because there's so much constant movement, right? So there's all this incorporation of crypto. There's a million other things that's going on at the same time. So in terms of a timeline per se, we don't have a number, but it is going to be relatively
very soon. Once
hopefully.
Dubai announces something, it literally just comes out in a couple of months. So we are expecting this to happen very sooner than we can even imagine.
So be prepared.
So when you got the information, did they speak in terms of the safety? So for example, if I lose my phone, what are the safety and the regulation behind it? So I know that the phone might be gone, but I need to know that my Emirates ID is safe.
I mean, so the thing is that it sort of works the same way now, right? Let's say you have your Apple Pay on your phone. You forget it in a cab. You can't find it. You can't trace it for whatever reason, and it's gone, right? You're sad about it for a little bit, and you get a new one, and then it's just the fact that
you can migrate everything with your online username and password. Definitely,
your level of security stays that way, right? Because it's been incorporated with all of these tried and tested methods already. Like Find My iPhone, you can track it down to to the little minutest detail. So that sort of level of security is still there. No one's going to be able to steal your identity, steal your cards. So I mean, it's still going to be pretty secure, I guess. Yeah.
And is there a physical card that you'll have?
You do have it.
That's your Emirates ID.
You'll have
That's your Emirates ID. That's the only card that you will need, hopefully, in the future.
And if I lose that card, I know I talk about the losing, but we tend to leave things behind in taxis. If I lose the card, will my digital system
You contact
still
Decisive
work?
Zone, they'll get you a replacement
Look
card.
at me.
In 4 working days.
So you work to get people Emirates ID replacements as well?
Oh yes, definitely we do. We can help anyone who lost their Emirates ID or renew their visa or anything of that sort. We are here to help with that.
How often have you lost it?
Well, I'm thinking that...
you have them get new ones. I'm like, how often have you lost it?
Well, we always get DMs of people losing stuff, and my mom has lost her Emirates ID multiple times, and her cards. And if I'd known about Decisive Zone then, I would have put her in touch with you guys immediately, because we know how much of a hassle. Like, you can lose anything, but to get the Emirates ID back is particularly hard. So, like, how can you help people get it in 4 days? That's amazing.
So, I mean, obviously, there's procedures that need to be followed. You need a police report. You need to actually, show the police that yes, I did end up losing it. And then after you get the paperwork, it's fairly straightforward.
And then we do a new application, and it just comes by courier in 4 days.
It's another thing that you can download your driver's license, your car registration, your even your Emirates ID. You can download it onto your phone into your Apple Pay. So you don't even you can essentially leave your wallet in the car, let's say, and go about your day. You have all your money, your IDs, everything on your phone. So it still has a barcode on it. So if someone does ask you for your driver's license, you can pull it up on your Apple Pay, and they can scan it and verify that it's still like the original one.
So you're basically saying that this will eliminate the need for carrying IDs. What about boarding passes for flights? Do you think that could be incorporated too?
It's all going to be built into it. Yeah. Sorry.
Boarding passes already, you can have it in your wallet. You don't even need a physical boarding pass anymore. Emirates, I don't even need to take out my passport. You just walk in through the door with your phone. That's it. So that's how easy Dubai is making for everyone's life. And that's why you keep seeing people keep coming here more and more, and it keeps growing so quick.
We're going to jump in shortly to questions from the audience, but the fact that Decisive Zone helps with Emirates IDs is something that we hadn't touched on before. So I'm just wondering, for people tuning in maybe for the first time, Decisive Zone comes in with us every Tuesday. Can you give an overview of the services that you provide? Would you be able to do that?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, okay. Where do we start? We start off with immigration services. We start off with business setup. Start off with bank account opening, golden visas. We're also, can I open one of the extra cards?
Sure.
All right, we're also diversifying into real estate in-house. So we're also going to be able to, because we don't want to just provide us just one solution, right? We want to do all of the entire journey has to go through us.
Yeah.
We're also looking at marketing services for new businesses.
So anyone basically moving into Dubai, we have started with business setup, but today we are able to cater them end to end, any service they need. While they can focus on their business, we are able to provide in-house. We do not outsource any of our services. So, business setup visa, bringing your family, that means your dependent visa. That includes your medical Emirates ID altogether. Then you need a bank account for your personal, for your company. We help you with that. Then you need your Dubai VAT and CT registration, corporate tax and value-added tax. We help you with that. We help filing every quarter. We manage your expenses and your bookkeeping. Then we help you set up your website, your business card, your letterheads, so you can go and open a bank account and you can fulfill your business. End of the year, we help you do your audit and tax filing, and it moves on to the next year. We are end-to-end service.
One-stop shop.
Definitely, that's what we have done in the last 5 years.
Wow, I'm glad you touched on family, because some of the questions from the audience always go back to how can I get my family set up.
Definitely.
But before we jump there, just out of curiosity, what is kind of the most common or your most popular service right now?
It's not just one. It's not just one, because we've got so many people coming from so many different avenues, different facets of life that need to move here. Someone might require a golden visa, someone
mostly in demand today is golden visa and plus new business setup. Now, anyone who's got one business as well, they do opening second and third, because once you're in a business, you have got certain database or client. You may want to offer additional service. Then you need another trade license, because Dubai allows you certain activities under one license. So it is very important for every business to stay compliant with the activity of license they hold, and they must abide by the rules and go for the next and the next license as they expand their business. So yes, we do. These are the two biggest services in demand today, I would say.
So any questions on business setup or even moving to the UAE, these are the guys to ask. So some questions from the audience in the last week. Very quickly, how many days does it take to open a corporate bank account?
It depends on the business license, depends on the jurisdiction, depends on the nationality of the shareholder.
The quickest we have done is in 72 hours, I would say. 72 hours
what
is
was
the quickest.
Urgency?
Well, it was a very straightforward license. Now let's look at the Dubai population. It's mostly, let's say, Indians or British, where you do not need to go through a lot of compliance check. Those gets done very quick and fast. Then depending on the activity, as long as you're not trading in precious metals, gold or jewelry, or not crypto yet, which are very basic, common. Let's say you are setting up a salon, you're setting up a restaurant, you're setting up an IT services, you're setting up an
e-commerce
license. These licenses, we can guarantee them even certain times a bank account, I would say in 72 hours or less. But yes, when it is a little bit complicated related to some restricted nationalities, that may take about a month.
Okay. Entrepreneurs watching know that you can do it in 72 hours. Can golden visas be issued outside of the country? So, for example, you're not a resident of the country, you want to be, can you get your golden visa?
Yes, definitely. As long as you are able to come under the eligibility criteria, which are the 4 big criteria. Let's say you're Tom Cruise from US, but you do not have a resident. Okay, give me any other name.
I don't know, Tom Cruise is fine.
You want a golden visa in Dubai? You're more than welcome. Decisive Zone here.
You do it for Tom.
So yes, you are eligible, provided you fall under the eligibility criteria, which is set by the UAE government.
Okay. This is one we've touched on before, but it tends to keep coming through. Can I provide my relatives that live abroad with the golden visa? So it's if you're here but your relatives are abroad, can they benefit?
If it's your mother, your wife, or your direct family, yes, you can. But if it's your cousin, then they need to justify the eligibility criteria again.
Okay. And very finally, it actually ties into the last one.
In-laws as well, right?
Immediate family.
Immediate family. So in-laws as well do get. So if I have a golden visa, my wife has a golden visa, then her parents can get a golden visa as well. Yes.
Amazing. And finally, can I apply on behalf of my family?
So,
Yes, definitely.
As long as they meet the criteria, that's fine.
Yes. We do not need anyone to come in physically for now to apply for the golden visa. We can go through the pre-approval. Once you get the pre-approval, you must enter the country to get the visa done. So for your visa and for your medical and
entry permit, medical, Emirates ID, that sort of procedure, you need to be here, obviously.
Yes, but the pre-approval before you come to UAE, we can make sure that you are eligible for the golden visa, and you get the pre-approval.
I always find the questions from the audience are so broad because we all are in different points in our lives and we all have different
definitely.
requirements. So thank you for always being able to answer them effectively.
No,
Appreciate
sometimes
it.
I really feel that it is so important to listen to our clients and answer all the questions, because we being in this profession for such a long time, we may find something so simple, but I've realized when I go out in the market and talk to people, they do not even know so many details. So I really appreciate the questions that comes in.
That's amazing. I know I still have mine. So, guys, I really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
Always
so
a
much.
pleasure to be
Thank you,
here.
Cassie.
Yeah.
That's Visa Talks with Decisive Zone every Tuesday on the Lovin Dubai show. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.